Hello, I'm Jessica Amir for the Finance News Network. Joining me now for an update from Lithium Consolidated Mineral Exploration is CEO Shanthar Pathmanathan. Hi Shanthar, welcome back and thanks for joining us while you're in South Africa.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for having me again and good to talk to you.
Shanthar, first up, just remind our audience about your exploration portfolio and the company's focus.
Our exploration portfolio has changed dramatically since we last spoke. So in the middle of last year, the board decided to commence a process to identify potentially tier one assets. That process led us to Mozambique and Zimbabwe. We believe now that Mozambique and Zimbabwe are two of the most significant hard rock lithium regions in the world. And indeed, we think Africa will dominate hard rock lithium supply in the future, much like the Middle East does in oil. We've executed on securing some high quality assets, firstly in Zimbabwe and soon to be announced in Mozambique. The exploration and lithium resource potential in Zimbabwe and Mozambique is comparable to the Pilbara Creighton 10 years or so ago. The focus, Jessica, for our company is now very much African lithium and in particular Zimbabwe and Mozambique. We're looking forward to securing more assets and eventually controlling the lithium pegmatite corridor through both countries. And so we think we are now very well positioned, unlike any other ASX lithium company.
Thanks, Shanthar. And you've just secured new exploration licenses in Zimbabwe. Congratulations. But just tell us more, starting with where they're located, the size and their mineralisation.
We've secured 7 assets in Zimbabwe, in the Mutare Greenstone Belt. This is one of 5 key historical tantalite mining districts in Zimbabwe. It is located on the border between Mozambique and Zimbabwe. The special advantage of this particular district, tantalite district, is that it has flat-lying pegmatites, which are generally more suited to open pit mining, as opposed to the other tantalite districts, which tend to have steeply dipping pegmatites. We have specifically gone after flat-lying pegmatites, knowing that these will be the first to be developed as open pit mines globally. The other advantage with these assets is that they're very close to infrastructure. They're about 70 kilometers from the Mutare railhead, which is connected to the port of Beira in Mozambique.
And what can you tell us about the historical workings?
Jessica, the historical workings in these pegmatites are the genesis of the 7 assets. The 7 assets and licenses are essentially over abandoned mines, abandoned tantalite mines, which means we know the mineralization is there. It is a very special advantage that we have with these assets. The assets have been reviewed, investigated and verified by Dr. Douglas Haynes, who is our leading geologist. Dr. Douglas Haynes was previously the chief geologist at BHP Billiton for a very long time, and before that at Western Mining Corporation as a chief scientist. He's one of the leading geologists in the world.
So what's planned, Shanthar?
So what we'll be doing first is a geochemical program. This will take roughly 3 to 4 months, and we will be basically taking samples, taking rock chip samples and other surface samples to understand the geochemistry. This will then be followed by a phase 1 drilling program from Q4 this year. And it is likely that we will be continuously drilling in Zimbabwe and Mozambique from Q4 onwards.
Turning the page now to finances, Shanthar, what are you budgeting for exploration over the second half and are you fully funded?
We're going to take the exploration work on these assets in stages. We recently received $400,000 back as a repayment of a loan from the vendor of our Nevada property. So that has bolstered our cash position, which is currently at about $1.9 million Australian as of 30 June 2018. We have, since announcing our African lithium assets, received a lot of interest from our shareholders, significant support, significant interest in funding the company in the future. We, however, don't feel a need to seek further funding in the short term.
And lastly, Shanthar, now just before we let you go, why should investors consider adding LCME to their portfolio?
We think Africa as a whole will dominate hard rock lithium supply. Our goal is to have a material and potentially controlling share in the African lithium industry in the future. What we've done since the middle of 2017 is to identify what we believe to be potentially tier one opportunities, and we've gone about executing on securing these assets. We are now among 4 ASX companies in Zimbabwe Lithium, and we are now the only lithium company, listed lithium company in Mozambique.
Wonderful. Shanthar Pathmanathan, congratulations again on the progress and thanks for the update.
Jessica, thank you for having me again. Pleasure to talk to you.